Here we go.
Wake up with the Sleeper Boys podcast, hosted by me and my brothers Bill and Dean. On this week's episode, we check in on what happened over the 4th, get irritated at a drone show, rank the top 5 pizza toppings of all time, check in on a new conspiracy during Dean's conspiracy theory of the week, and of course, we got to game it up and have some fun during Bill's Balls Games. Speaking of, Bill, how was your 4th? Do you still have all your appendages?
I do. Thank you.
Nice work.
Yep. Yeah.
Nobody thought
Another
that would
year. Yeah. Another year. Still got arms and legs, so that's good. That's not really
huge.
It seems to be a thing.
Yeah. Well, we know people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Great 4th. Went and saw some friends. Had the cookout. Had the kids up. So overall good weekend. The wins just keep coming for me. This is the 3rd week in a row. I was at one of my accounts for work today, and Dean, you'll know this place called Perigo, and I had to get a badge, and they go, "Do you work with Dean?" I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "Are you guys twins?" I was like, "No, we are not."
In other words,
actually the younger brother.
You've been a racist at Ergo.
I said to her, I'm like, "I'm 7 years older," and she's like, "Oh my goodness."
You are
She
so
goes,
sexy.
I thought you guys were twins.
Who's this?
She's like
What
laid down
lady
on the
at
floor right now.
Who knows me from Perigo?
It's because of the picture. Our pictures are on file.
So you met a racist. Got it.
Meet him
A
every
very
day.
nice racist, I guess.
She was extremely nice though.
Who thinks I am 32 years old. So
Aren't you
the wins keep
42?
no, not yet. Feel like it some days. From wins to loser of the week. The guy, he is not named, but there's a video that was out on X today of a dude that ejaculated on a girl in Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys have seen this. The
I'm
man
sure
was
that
in
happened
the-
a lot.
Was
No,
it
no,
on
it's
a,
like-
was it on a hub? Was it on a hub? Or?
I feel
the
so
man was
bad
in.
for her.
The man is in what looks like a gas station. He did the dirty deed and ran away. The girl started running out after him.
In a
And,
gas station?
Yeah, it's
He's
like a
just
gas
following her.
station. And she has a camera up and following, and she's like distraught, obviously. And
Yeah.
she's like, she's yelling, it's like, "He nutted on my leg." Which, I mean, the way she said it and whatnot, but
Oh.
like, yeah, dude, he's still on the loose. So cover your legs. But what a loser! That guy is a loser.
That is a loser.
Yeah.
Dude, that is terrible. That is so
Isn't it?
bad.
But I mean,
Makes me
the
regret
first
all the times. No, what? Dude,
So,
you've been in a
alright.
7-Eleven at midnight.
Just walking around, my hand in my
There's
pocket.
an ambiance. The freaking
Dean's like,
slushy
"Dang it, I
machines
should
are
have wore
going.
shorts."
Just playing pocket pool. Just...
Dean's like, "Why wasn't I in Philadelphia?"
I started out looking for change.
I just saw the bananas and couldn't help myself. Those gas station bananas.
So, joke of the week: man goes into a butcher, asks, "What happened to your assistant?" Butcher replies, "Fired him." The man asks, "Why is that?" The butcher replies, "Because he was putting his wiener in the bacon slicer." The man asks, "What did you do with the bacon slicer?" Butcher replies, "Fired her as well."
Bill, I got a joke for you. I'm trying to remember it, so just bear with me. Okay. All right. So Bill, all right. There are these two guys. And
Wait. That kind of broke up. Did you say guys or gays?
yeah, two guys.
Okay.
Two guys. They're playing
Yeah,
this
for
game.
us.
You have to. One guy says you just have to be blindfolded. You have to guess what it is. Okay. So one guy blindfolds. He has to take off all his clothes, and the guy that's giving it to him is like has a garden hose, and he puts it on his back, and you have to guess what it is. He goes, "Oh, that's a garden hose." He's like, "Man, you're really good." So they switch the blindfolds to put it on the other guy, and he's got to guess what it is. The other guy has like a zucchini, and he rubs it on his back, right? And he's doing that. The guy's like, "I'm pretty sure that's a zucchini." He's like, "Man, that's really good." And they have to switch again. So the other guy puts it on, and he grabs, like I don't know, a pepperoni log, and he rubs it on him. and the guy's like, "Oh, that's pepperoni. I know that's pepperoni." Okay. And he goes, "Man, you're really good at this." So they switch again. And then the one guy who's blindfolded, the guy goes upstairs and he grabs from the bathroom one of those.
Plunger.
Oh, so you've played the game.
Damn it. Damn it. Bullshit. But yes, I have. We didn't use food though.
It was for Bill too, and he told me, like, "Oh, it's a pleasure."
I thought the joke was still going. I was like, let's move this fucking thing along, huh?
I knew what you were doing too.
You did? Okay.
I'm so glad Dean answered.
It's payback for the matter, baby.
Yeah, Dean, how was, other than your plunger situations, how was your week? How was your 4th?
It was pretty good. I didn't do anything. I had to work on Friday, so I just kind of hung out at home and listened to the fireworks in the background while I was trying to go to bed. That was great. Threw a couple of smoke bombs out back, just trying to go a little crazy. Snakes and sparklers.
Nice.
It was good though, as Bill had said, we had the cookout and stuff, got to see everybody. That was always fun. Played golf like I normally do. Not terrible, I would say, but bad still. But going off of Bill's loser of the week, I also it's kind of like a loser of the week type of thing. But it's Kevin Bacon. I'd actually seen this thing.
I thought you were gonna say you.
Maybe not a loser. Maybe I'm the loser. So it's me. Smoke bomb. I went wild, dude. Threw like 2 out there. So
you threw it in a toddler's car seat. Smoke bomb.
Then ran out. So I guess Kevin Bacon did this thing where he had like special effects makeup applied to him, and just wanted to see what it was like to be like a regular guy. And so he like just went out and like in public just to see, just to kind of see what happens. And come to find out, he discovered that being a regular person just kind of sucks. So he said, these are his words too. So he said everybody was like pushing past him, not being nice. He's like, nobody said I love you. It's like, yeah, Kevin Bacon, nobody, that doesn't happen to regular people.
Don't say that.
Sorry, Kevin,
like, you're 10 times more likely to get I hate than I love.
Yeah, exactly. And he said like he had to wait in line to like buy a coffee or whatever. And it was like, this sucks. I want to go back to being famous. Well, luckily for him, he's Kevin Bacon and is able to do that. But for the rest of us, I guess life just kind of sucks. We're still waiting in line. But yeah, that was my weekend.
The bacon strikes again.
Bacon,
dude.
Batman.
I mean, that would be a tough switch. He's been famous for so long,
right?
That you're just used to that. You show up and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, it's Kevin Bacon. We love you." Here, no, please. I'm sure you're busy. Go ahead of us.
Nothing else going on.
Yeah, he's just going home.
He's just going like, "Thank you." Yeah, no, I thought that was funny though. I was just like, nobody said I love you. Like screamed.
What?
Yeah, that was one of the.
That starts a bad.
Those are his words,
sir. I'll tell you there.
Yeah.
Some rando says I love you. I'm like, something bad's happening today. I just know
Something
it.
he's gonna do he's following me around.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I had a good weekend too, man. Obviously, yeah, we had to get together. That was a good time. I ended up shooting off some fireworks on the 4th. Still got all my fingers and toes. Went to Boyne for a couple nights. We watched a firework and drone show. The drone show was actually pretty cool, I thought. I don't know if you guys have seen one of those or not. Of course, I ended up being kind of an ass during the show. The drones were making like shapes of like the Liberty Bell, the American flag, etc.
Yeah.
And it was one of my kids who pointed up and was like, "Hey, what's that?" And I joked something. I can't remember what I joked. And then a lady turns back at me and she says, "That's the Statue of Liberty." And she's kind of pissed off. And it was clearly the Statue of Liberty, right? Like I was just joking, but she was kind of pissed off. I'm like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, I've never heard of that before." And so, trying to be funny, and she like just deadpans and like is pissed and looks away from me.
Mhm.
So like she's like 3 feet away from where I'm standing. So I'm like, okay. So every time something came up, I'd point at and say like some random historical event. I'd be like, "Oh, that's Sherman's drive to the east," or like, "That's the Battle of Gettysburg," or "That's the Siege of Vicksburg." So, so she just like looked pissed off, but she didn't do nothing. She didn't want none of this. You know what I'm saying? You guys ever been out? Something like that happens and you just purposely try to irritate somebody just for no real meaningless reason other than they just got to you for a sec.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just a you thing.
Oh, come on, Bill.
I mean, I have recently. I think it's just me getting older. I have no idea. But my patience is worn thin with people. A lot of it's like if people are like too close to me in line, I've started kind of like being more vocal about it. I don't like it. I don't understand why you can't just take 3 steps back. You're gonna get to where you need to go. You don't need to be right on me. And I mean, Kate has she's like, "Bill, just drop it," or "Bill, don't stop." And I'm like, well, I mean, they could back up just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it just I don't get it. I'm not a germaphobe. I just do not like it when you're not going to go anywhere further by being right behind me. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just a personal space, I guess. So that happened like I don't know, maybe a month ago.
Let me think about an event that you were at where somebody pissed you off and you just started saying stuff
That's
out loud,
exactly what
trying to.
happened.
Yeah. So what'd you say?
I
What did
said
you
it.
say?
I was like, we could back up a little bit. And Kate was like, Bill,
Uh,
stop. I'm like, well, I mean, you could.
I
Dean?
know, I hate it when people stand like literally like if you were to just like back up an inch, like you're all of a sudden it's butt to crotch. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not going
Oh, I
anywhere.
dropped my wallet.
That's why I started doing a little shimmy on him.
And I've said other things too. I mean, I can't give you specific examples. If you got Kate on here, she would probably give you like 4 different ones
Oh, I'm
where
sure.
she's had to be like, Bill, stop.
Yeah.
Stop it. Oh, I got one. I actually do have one.
This is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We were at we were going to this restaurant. This was a few months ago. It's probably like end of winter. And we were at this restaurant and we were actually pulling into the restaurant and this person was coming from the other way and I went to park in the spot and they parked there. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let this go. Four spots down, whatever. So my daughter gets out, and she starts walking in front of us, and they're two older ladies, and Charlie went to go open the door for them. They opened the door themselves and like did one of those where you just barely slide through. Two old ladies. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I guess someone's in a hurry, and Kate goes, "Bill, stop it." I'm like, that was completely rude. Like, all you had to do is just push it open. I mean, they literally like did this, they slid through. Like, gave us a scowl as they were walking in, and we got inside, and I said, "Man, you must really want to be sat before us, don't you?" And Kate goes, "You need to stop it right now." I said, "What? I guess they do. I guess they just want to be sat before us. Better take a couple steps back."
Look, this isn't my first time at a Fazoli's, okay?
It was just that way they did it, and the scowl that they gave Charlie for no reason when Charlie was trying to do something nice. And yeah, I mean, that's not as bad as the drone show, but
It's bad. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was bad. Like, the lady was pissed for no reason. So I'm like, okay,
no, not
that's
bad.
that's what will get me going. Like, if you're mad for what I perceive as not a legitimate like situation, then I'm like, okay, well then maybe we should get mad.
Like the guy in the store.
Like if you're not, I was joking and I was like smiling when I said it, and she looked at me. But then she was like, just looked pissed at me and looked back. I'm like, well, I don't get what that was about. So I'm going to be annoying now. And see how you feel about it. That's my thought process. That's how I live my life. It's not healthy. It's not good. But that's how I do things. You guys, this may be news to you. But that's
sure. First I've heard about it.
Yeah.
But when the button's been pressed and they're mad at me, I'm like, well, I could hold the button down. Like we don't have to keep pressing. I can just
guy with an air
then
horn.
we could see.
Like the dude in the store, the grocery store that one time.
Which time?
There's just so many times.
Which time?
Now I think you're looking for it. Which time?
Which one? Were we there? Were we together?
No, it was like you and the kids or something. Like you brought it up on another episode where like I think the guy flipped you off, or I'd
have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, but you press the button.
I've had enough issues. I don't know. Where I'm like, if somebody's like irritated at me for nothing, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna take it to the next level.
I do that with my friends. I pick at them until they're actually pissed off at me.
I mean, I don't know.
I think it is.
Like, if you're already pissed, like, then what are we talking about?
Right.
You're pissed about whatever? I don't know.
No.
Anyway, I really would be curious to recall that story that you're talking about. I just cannot think of it. I've had plenty of issues in grocery stores.
I don't remember what happened. I think it was something like, I don't know if they got like too close, and the guy said something and you said something
away, and he didn't say anything or something. I can't remember either.
That seems really familiar to me.
Yeah. Well, it happened.
Sure.
I mean, man, I really want to go back and look for that one. Anyway, I mean, I could tell you right now, right? If I was feeling irritated, I do know one place I could go that would soothe all my troubles. And that, of course, would be the one and only Adobo Boy. Isn't that right, Bill?
That's correct. That is correct. Adobo Boy is the official sponsor of Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast. As you know, Dean, Eddie, and myself are proud Filipinos who love a good Filipino meal, and Adobo Boy delivers just that with their amazing food and vibes that are unmatched in the food industry. Not only do they have delicious food, they also go against the grain of a traditional restaurant and tinker with their menu to bring you an amazing variety of Filipino cuisine. Their menu rotates weekly, so there's always a reason to come back to try more authentic Filipino food. Um, the lumpia as a side is delicious. They'll have chicken adobo, which is a iconic Filipino dish. But what is also an iconic Filipino dish is Red's pork adobo bowl. It is something that Dean's going to describe to you right now.
It's tender pork braised in soy sauce and vinegar on a bed of rice with Jackie's achara, cucumber, and a fried egg. I mean,
What's an achara?
It's a papaya salad. Oh, did I forget to
Ooh,
say papaya
nice.
salad?
Oh, no, I was
It's
just
it's very sweet and tangy. It off centers the
Mm.
savoriness of the pork, even though it's a little sweet as well.
That's
But
amazing.
It is so good.
I recommend buying two. Mix one up like there's two filthy animals on the screen.
How dare
Not
you.
me. Or eat it like Ace recommends and eat everything cucumber separate, everything separate. It's fantastic. It's worth buying two to try it for yourself.
Red's a lucky kid. He's got an adobo bowl named after him, which is so good.
Can have it whenever he wants.
Whenever he wants. So, well, if you're into trying new and different food or would just like some amazing adobo and vibes, stop into Adobo Boy, where owners Ace, Jackie, and Said Red are amazing people who genuinely care about your experience there. Eddie, you know what's up. You know what goes on. Tell the people.
I know
Give it
what's
to 'em.
up, and I do know what goes on. I'll tell you what's up right now. As soon as you walk in, you're going to know what's up because you're going to see and feel the amazing vibes. You're going to get the smells from the food that's cooking. You're going to be ready to go as soon as you walk in. You're going to go up to the register. You're going to get to order amazing food that you're going to get for 5% off just by saying Wake Up Podcast. Wake Up Podcast gives you 5% off on the food that Dean described and other foods that I know we say it, but it really is that good. It's you're gonna really enjoy it, and then you're gonna be like, man, I got this at a discounted rate just by saying Wake Up Podcast. I mean, that's it. So you walk in, you get the vibes, you get the aroma, you get the great place, you get the great food, and then you get 5% off just by saying Wake Up Podcast. It's really an unbeatable deal.
I agree. 5% off is amazing. Just for saying that. I mean, and you can do it every time. It's not a one-time thing. So
Yeah.
if you want that 5% off, if you want those good vibes, if you want that ambiance, Adobo Boy is open Tuesday to Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. for lunch and 5 to 7:30 for dinner. And on Saturday, same schedule, except they are open for dinner until 8:30 p.m. But get there early because they can run out. And if you're getting that adobo, by the way, get the lumpia as well. Adobo Boy is located at 3740 28th Street Southeast in Kentwood, Michigan, and is inside the amazing Myanmar restaurant along with Brunch and Rice. There are 3 restaurants that are very good. Adobo Boy is right in the middle. That's where you get the delicious adobo. So get there, get fed, get happy. It's always better at Adobo Boy.
Ooh. Gotta love Adobo Boy.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
one thing I thought would be super cool to try that they could do would be like a pork adobo pizza. Like just to see what that's like. Maybe a little fried egg on top of there. I don't know. It sounds great, man. I mean, just like they could make it happen, right? But it got me thinking, what are the top 5 pizza toppings of all time? Whether that's personal or what you think is just top 5. We started weekends off with Bill. So Dean, why don't you give us your top 5 pizza toppings and we'll tell you why you're wrong.
One question. Does extra cheese count?
There's no questions. You just name your top 5 toppings.
Well, is that considered a topping? Not everybody considers that an extra topping
Is
It's
it on
dealer's
top of the
choice.
cross?
because it's just cheese on cheese. You know what I'm saying? It's fantastic. But all right, well, I'm counting it.
That's up to you. Yeah, that's up to you.
Good. Don't be a dick about it.
I'm not. I'm saying it's your choice. If you think that's a top 5 topping for yourself or in general, then that's your call.
I'm a very, when it comes to pizza, I'm a very, I don't know if you would call it classic. I'd say more like plain. So like I like, just like pepperoni is normally what I just go for. So I'll just start from 1 and work down to 5. So number 1, I put pepperoni because it's just what I get. Number 2 would be extra cheese. And then now it kind of gets into like, different places I've gone to that, you know what I mean? That I've tried.
Little Park
A little-
Adobo.
Yeah, little pork adobo on my pizza. I'm just dumping it on there.
Dude, I'd love it. I think that'd be good.
I went with a number 3. I went with sausage. I think it's just a classic topping.
Sausage.
Number 4, I went with green pepper, and then number 5, I went with roasted garlic. Actually, it's fantastic. So
Interessante. I kind of love that.
it's a little.
So that was a personal top 5 for sure.
Yes, that was a personal. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, love it.
Mine's personal as well.
Okay.
So, I had an honorable mention with onion. Onion
Same.
was just outside the top 5. A little bit different. Number 5, I got green pepper. Green pepper is always good on a pizza. A very divisive topping, it would be number 4. I had pineapple. I actually do like pineapple on my pizza. It's pretty good. Actually, quick story. We were at Pizza Hut the other night with John and Caitlin, and I told John, I was like, we're gonna get a pepperoni pizza, and he goes, can you get pineapple?
Cheers to
I
my
was like,
man.
yeah. I go, I think we might just get pepperoni. He goes, we need pineapple. I was like, all right, we'll get half pineapple. So it was good.
G.
It always is good.
Of course.
Number 3, which is, there's a reason for this, is pepperoni. I love pepperoni. Who doesn't? The classic staple. Number 2, cheese. It's a topping on top of the crust. Love cheese. Give me all the cheese. So, number 1, and if this doesn't count, it's whatever, but I put sauce because you have to have a good sauce to have a good pizza. I mean, and it, sauce is subjective, but if you have a crappy sauce, it's not very good.
I gotta say, it was really up to you on what you felt. I think that's bull, but it's fine. No, I think you're absolutely right. You had to have a good sauce. Otherwise, I mean, what are we talking about, right? I mean,
Otherwise, you just might as well get cheese breadsticks.
I'm a big fan of the Chicago deep dish style.
Mm.
I do like that. It's not for everybody, but I do like that. It's thick, dude. It's got all that sauce, got all that cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Got me thinking about it. Let's see. So, I had a hard time deciding which way I wanted to go because I think there's definitely a difference between me on what I think top 5 are and what my personal would be. So it's kind of like a mix, honestly, in its own way, but only a little bit. Number 5, I had to go pineapple. I think love it or hate it, it's become a staple and a delicious one at that. Number 4, obviously this is more mainstream than myself. I put mushroom. I never order it nor like it, but it is incredibly popular and something way too many people love. I think it belongs on the list. Number 3, I went sausage, classic pizza topping. I've never once been upset or seen one upset that's up sausage on a pizza. Number 2, I went pepperoni. It's the topping that everyone tries, at least as a kid. It just belongs. It's been great every time. And number 1, I went cheese. I I wasn't sure if this counted, like Dean, you were asking, because it's as much part of the pizza as anything else. But without cheese, what are we talking about? I love cheese more than anything else on this list in general. And so cheese is the champ, no question. For a reference, according to pizzatoday.com, the top 5 toppings in America, number 1 is pepperoni, 2 sausage, 3 mushroom, 4 extra cheese, and 5 is bacon, which bacon originally was in like my number 5 spot, just because like what I wanted to ask you guys. All right, you're getting a pizza for yourself. What's your 3 topping pizza?
3 toppings.
Yeah, you get 3 top. What are you getting?
Extra
It's just
cheese.
you, nobody around, nobody's watching you eat the whole thing by yourself.
Extra cheese, pepperoni.
2 pizzas.
Extra cheese, pepperoni, and probably either sausage or pineapple, but probably pineapple.
That's a great pizza.
It just depends on the sausage. Like
extra cheese on its own. I'm just like, oh yeah.
Dude, just an
Pepperoni
extra
and
cheese
pineapple.
pizza is
Can I get
Or-
triple cheese pizza?
actually, more than likely, it'd probably be extra cheese, pepperoni, and onion.
I'm very similar in that same. Mine would be pepperoni, extra cheese, but I would go with green pepper.
Yeah.
Every time I get one for myself, which isn't super often, but when I do, it's always pepperoni, onion, and jalapeno.
I used to love
That's a
jalapeno.
heartburn mix, but it's just so good to me. Like,
I used to love jalapenos on my pizza, but then I had it so much that it started tasting like green olives.
if
Which
it's
I don't-
been a while, you might as well go back.
I thought about it, but every time I'm like, man, I just think of that green olive-ish flavor, which I don't hate. I could eat a green olive on a pizza if I needed to, but I'm not looking for it.
Dude,
That's for sure.
Sub that onion for pineapple. Yeah, pepperoni, jalapeno, pineapple, which is another great 3 topping pizza.
That sounds incredible.
And I've had that a couple, and I'm like, I love that. That way, I think it would at least kick away some of that jalapeno brain situation you got going on with the olive, because that's sweet. Anyway, I was curious what your guys' 3 top is. When I do mine, it's always pepperoni, onion, jalapeno. But if I had to switch one out, it'd be onion for pineapple. And I've had that. You can't go wrong. It's pizza.
It's pizza.
I do have one quick question. The older that you've gotten, does the meat lover not sound as good as it once did?
To me, yeah, no.
The acid reflux I get from a meat lovers.
It's just like I get people like ham, and I like ham.
Yeah,
but it's just I just don't.
I'm the same with you. Yeah. I like it.
No. If you're gonna give me a big topping, give me bacon, like the crumbled bacon, like, and even that I'm like, yeah.
I was gonna say even then.
Me too.
I had some folks I know that always get beef and bacon. And I'm not going to order it for myself, but it's good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's pizza.
It's
right?
pizza.
But it's beef and bacon. You're like, oh, okay, I guess.
I guess I'll eat it.
Oh no.
But I'd almost rather just get a Supreme. I mean, I don't eat olives, but like
I just had a Supreme minus olives that somebody else ordered last weekend. And I left the mushrooms. Like, I'm like, you know what? I don't remember the last time I had some shrooms on a pizza. I don't want to eat any plain, but in the mix of a Supreme without olives, it was kind of nice. Like, I would be okay without it. I would be happier without it, but it was still kind of nice. Like, I get it. That's why I'm always trying stuff. You know, you got to try stuff later on because you never know. But
I try mushrooms and olives once a year.
Sure, why not? Dude, people are so in love with olives that it makes me feel like, why don't I like olives?
I don't get it.
What is wrong with me?
I don't understand why people like them. I've tried so many times.
I almost thought it was like my punishment on our thing. Just do like a handful of olives and try and eat them in my mouth.
It's got to be black olives though.
Either
Ugh.
way.
Those are the worst.
Dude, I
can
had that.
eat
I
green
told you
olive.
that a long time ago. I had the green olive burger, and everybody was just like so much like, oh, this is the best olive burger. You couldn't have it. And I
Kate's
just
like that.
tried it because like that's what I ended up with. I didn't order it, but
Yeah.
that was the only thing left. Like, this is the best olive burger you could possibly get. Everybody's in love with it. I'm like, okay, well, I'll try it.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I wanted to puke. I tried to scrape all the olive and the olive sauce off. Even then, taking a bite after that, it was still nasty. I'm like, okay.
Olives just ruined it, the whole thing.
Kate loves olive burgers.
That was like 9 years ago. So I'd try it again, I guess. Cupie's?
I'm sure there was a better one out there.
If you guys are in Lansing, take her to Cupie's. People say that's the olive burger. I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, yeah. No, I thought that was cool. Can't go wrong with pizza, man.
You really can't.
You know, you go from delicious pizza to a delicious mystery. We delve into the unknown on this edition of Dean's Conspiracy Theory of the Week.
Oh, yeah. So it's a short theory this week, but I thought it was pretty interesting, something that you can actually look up and see for yourself type of thing. So this is a Google Earth theory. So this theory may confirm that aliens do live on our planet and the government knows about it pretty much. So if you go on Google Earth and you type in coordinates into the search bar, it'll take you directly to the spot. But when you type in, I mean, I don't really know how to read coordinates, but I wrote the coordinates down. I'll just say the numbers. So it's 35, 53, 21, 0 north, 117, 40, 15, 0 west.
Wait, 117,
40, 15.
50. Oh, 15.
Yeah, 0. And then it was a W. I assume it meant west. Because it's like, I don't know, long.
I've been waiting to hear these coordinates.
So, but if I got the right ones, it takes you out to the middle of a desert just north of LA in Ridgecrest, California. And when you type that in, it shows you, like, if you like zoom in on it on like the spot, like the location spot or whatever, it should show you like a black portal almost, and it kind of looks like a spaceship, kind of almost like a Millennium Falcon looking type of thing. It's very strange, and it's just out in the middle of the desert. And if you zoom in even more, scattered around it are actually like military tanks and vehicles, and around it, like, almost looks like it's defending it, like, 'cause they're not facing towards it, they're all facing outwards of this like big portal to looking thing or spaceship or whatever it might be. It's just a black spot, but it's shaped like the Millennium Falcon on Google Maps. But like I said, it's almost like they're guarding it, like this alien looking thing. So, I mean, I don't know if that confirms or denies whether or not aliens have been living in a portal in California in the middle of the desert. But I don't know if it's a coincidence but I also don't know why there would be a bunch of random military tanks just randomly in a desert. So, are they protecting aliens on Earth? What do you guys think?
Does that fall into, like, you had a conspiracy about giants?
Mm-hmm. It
could
does.
Be anything out of the portal.
Yeah. It could just be
now,
a Millennium Falcon shaped building.
I've seen a TikTok with that. Okay. And so I was like, okay, that's why I wanted you to repeat the coordinates. I wanted to look it up, but I never could figure it out. And I'm like, okay, like, yeah, that stuff's there in the Google images. I'm assuming you've seen it now.
Yeah,
I would guess. And so if it is, why wouldn't they have taken it down?
Right.
That's the only thing that ever trips me up. Like, if it's, or they'll assume you don't believe it enough. There's enough to to where they're like, oh, but that stuff was out there.
But can they affect, because Google Earth is it's a satellite just shooting down and look at the world. So I mean, do they have that much control to where they could just block that out of the image from the satellite? I guess they probably could actually.
I would guess the government could have Google just black out that section, and that would be another conspiracy on its own.
They shaped it just like the like the Millennium. Yeah. I keep saying Millennium Falcon, but if you look at it, if you find it really does look like the Millennium Falcon.
3.553210 north. Or is it 35?
It is 35.53.21.0 north. With I don't know if there were stars in between the numbers or not, but in between those two, or degrees,
Gotcha.
Like a comma or apostrophe or whatever that is,
Yeah, that I would say that's the only thing that trips me up is if it was all that, they'd probably block it out, but they'd also be like, well, if we block it out, then people think something real's going on too.
Like Antarctica.
To have a portal out there that's just in view of anybody can look on Google Earth.
I mean, nobody can get close enough to it. Like I said, there's military tanks out in this desert. So it's nobody's going to run up to it probably, so unless you're flying over it, you probably
What if you could try and parachute down into the portal?
And then
would they shoot you out of the sky?
Like when the Palestinians
probably just probe you.
They're just on there.
Hard.
They're on their parachute bikes.
Dude.
That's the Google Earth theory.
Well, that's crazy. I bet there's a bunch of stuff for that.
Did you guys see the telescope where it's like a extremely powerful telescope, and they found there's a galaxy, another galaxy.
Nuts.
If you can look
is it the one in the Vatican?
It's crazy. No, I don't know. I don't know where the telescope was.
James telescope or something like that.
That was something I always found interesting, was how into space the Vatican is. They have their own observatory type of thing situation. I'm like, they never talk about it though. You know what I mean? I bet there's a conspiracy in there. They are super into the astrology stuff.
Yeah. I try to stay away from religion stuff. So
I mean, let's dig deep. Let's do a deep dive. We're all counting on you, Dean, to tell the truth.
I don't know who's watching, who a little upset because there's a lot of theories. Just I've seen a few of them.
Have you seen the Da Vinci Code?
I think I fell asleep watching it.
I got drunk and watched that once.
Great movie.
It's not bad. I read the book, so I was like, I'll just see how it goes. I mean, the book's obviously better, but they actually do a pretty good job. Did you read it?
I haven't read books. Do I seem like a guy that reads books?
You could.
I haven't cracked one open in years.
That's really good.
It's actually probably true. It's been quite a while.
I mean, whatever. You're not alone. I feel like that's most people.
It's true.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, after the portal, man. You talk about that portal, dude. I'm not sure what to think after all that. Feeling a little lost. The only way to find my way back to reality is with a fun round of Bills, Balls, Games.
All right, second, we're going back-to-back weeks of Guess the Celebrity. I will give you one-word clues until one of you guys gets the answer right. Clues may make no sense at all at times, and some answers will be easy, others hard. You can buzz in once per clue. 6 one-word clues. If you get it on the first try, you get 6 points. Second clue, 5, all the way down to 1. Are you ready?
Ready.
After the debacle of the 6-point week, I've made it a purpose to never give you guys 6 points ever.
He just makes a sound. He's like, ah! First clue.
Bluey.
All right, 6 points. Alex.
It's too easy.
What the hell is his name? The hell is his name?
Vanna White.
No.
Tyler Perry.
No.
Oh, for real, the way you looked up, I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
He played a guy named Alex Cross in a movie.
All right, for 5 points.
That's a good guess.
Hyena.
It's not right. Whatever. Well,
Whoopi Goldberg.
That's correct.
Boom, baby.
Fine. Alex is her kid.
Yeah, nobody would have known that.
I didn't even
Exactly.
know he had a kid. Yeah.
You'll never get 6 points again. All right, here we go. For 6 points, New Orleans.
Theo Von.
That is not correct.
Not bad. Not bad. Nolans.
No.
Justin Jefferson.
No. Good guess. 5 points. 5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first one again?
New Orleans.
And it was 5.
The number 5.
It's not his name, right? It's a name.
5.
New Orleans 5. I don't even know anybody.
No,
I mean,
I don't have a guess.
Okay.
Rachel Ray.
No.
He's
that's
like,
incorrect.
that's correct.
Yeah, dude, that'd be like, holy.
Holy sh-
All right.
Holy
For
shit.
4
Yes.
points. Officer.
Shaquille
Lil Wayne?
O'Neal.
Eddie, you're wrong. What was that?
Said Lil
Steve?
Wayne.
That's correct.
Little Wayne.
Yep. He was born in New Orleans.
What's
Carter-
the 5?
The
The
Carter
Carter
has five albums.
Hey,
Like the
Shaq went to LSU and he became a sheriff.
It's true. It's a good
That's
guess.
true. That's a good guess.
And he's won 5 rings. So I think you need to readjust your.
Is it 5 rings?
Has he won 5?
No, I know
Thought
he
he
hasn't
had
won 5 rings.
3 or 4.
3. Yeah. All right, here we go.
I think it might be 4.
I need it to fit my narrative.
6 points. Kamikaze.
I'm gonna say Eminem, even though I think that's a layup.
That's correct.
Is it really?
Yeah. Album is Kamikaze.
That was the only thing I was like Kamikaze. Eminem. I was like, there's no.
oh, dude,
way.
that was
I
the
thought
only
for
guess.
sure. Yeah, the 5 points would have been Mile. 4 points Relapse. 3 points Stand. 2 points Bars. At 1 point Houdini.
Bars.
Thought your goal was to never have a 6 point again, Bill.
All right, here we go. 6 points.
I hate you.
End.
And
And
Baron
and-
Corbin.
No.
End of days.
Sure. No, I don't got to guess.
Okay. 5 points. Money.
And money. Jonah Hill.
That's correct.
What?
This is the end. Moneyball. Because I was like, he's
Wow.
not saying the full word, so I'm trying to think of what.
Number
See,
4
that's
was
what's-
Jump.
That's what's messing me up, and you're picking it right up. Like
Over
he's just
3
saying half
baseball,
of the
2.
words that
Yeah, I know.
that connect the people.
I'm trying to read it.
Boy, I better switch this last one up.
Well, I can't. Is this the last one?
Yeah.
Well, then it's over. It's already over.
Man, that's like my first win in
A while.
like months.
That's because
In a
Bill fed you
while.
the answers.
Because Bill fed me.
His one win. I fed him the answers. All right. For 6 points, college.
What was the last 2 clues? Money and end.
And money.
It's Jonah Hill.
And money. Yeah.
It seems
What was
fishy,
this
you
again?
guys. This all
This
seems
is
very
the end.
fishy to me.
Moneyball. All right, what was the first?
College.
College.
You probably got this wrapped up.
Let me see what he told me.
Yeah.
Let me see what he texted me. College. Astor Roth or whatever.
That's
I love
correct.
Say
college.
it's right.
No, it's not. I was like, there's no way you picked that guy out. That was your first
Jonah
clue.
Hill.
Already did that one. 5 points.
Didn't he go to college?
Green college.
Five
Green?
points. Green.
Kenneth Walker.
He muted himself and said no.
Nope.
It's an obvious no.
College Green. Kirk Cousins.
Incorrect. 4 points. Free.
Tom Hanks.
That is incorrect.
I don't know. The redheaded kid from The Big Green.
I don't know his name either.
Nope. 6, 5, 4, 3 points. Hero.
So college green.
Free.
Free. And hero.
Ryan Reynolds.
That's correct.
Oh,
College
Van
for
Wilder.
Van Wilder, Green Lantern, free guy, I believe it is. And then he's a superhero.
Dude,
with
my
Deadpool.
cheeks clapped.
Hey, dude. 15-8. Oof.
I've had worse.
6-pointer.
2 5s and a 6. Didn't he not? No, he had a 4 and a 6.
4, 6, 5, 4.
Good for you,
That's-
Dean.
That's Bill's Balls game.
Now for the punishment, check your mailbox real quick.
Yeah. What's in there? What's in the
So
box?
that's up to you to find out. It's gonna be a jar. Some stuff in it. That's in a jar.
Yeah, I gotta give it a hot jar. Whatever, man. Well done, Bill. Even though that game sucked.
It's always fun when he wins.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
it when I
always
win.
fun,
I
yeah.
hate it. That game sucks when I lose. You give all the answers to Dean.
I haven't won since he did that stupid double point.
Dude, that was
Feud.
stupid.
When it was single points, it was fine. I was the feud.
Before we get out of here, I want to shout out one person who has listened to every episode of Wake Up. Not watched, listen. And that's Brian Quillett.
Has he really?
He has listened to every episode. I actually talked to him today and he said he's current. I was just texting him and he goes, I said, we're recording right now. He goes, get to it. I need more Wake Up.
BQ, our
Appreciate
guy.
you, Will.
So
Appreciate you.
thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Great man.
A true hunter.
One of the great men of this era.
He's so great.
There isn't a more beautiful man.
The greatest hunter that's ever lived.
Oh, well, thanks, man. It truly is appreciated. What a guy, man. That being said, that'll
You should
do
watch it. You should watch
Yeah,
it. and
Watch
comment,
it as
please.
well. Watch it as well.
You'll love it.
You'll love it. You'll love every second. For all you other folks out there, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast. Here we go.